I'm a Suzuki piano teacher, and this is Schumann's Happy Farmer, which is a big piece in the Suzuki repertoire because it's the first time the left hand really gets to shine and have the melody. We did this a little tiny bit in Little Playmates, just a little bit for like 2 measures. But here in A Happy Farmer, the left hand really gets to be loud and carry the melody of the song, and the right hand has to learn how to be quiet. So the main teaching point and the thing that I want you to learn from this song is really how to make that left hand sing loud and strong and carry the melodic contour of the song, and how to support that with the right hand in the way you articulate the chords and the volume that you use. So it's not just about making the left hand loud. Because we can make the left hand really, really loud. But if we don't also support that by playing the right hand really, really soft, then it doesn't necessarily sound louder. Okay? So I'll show you 2 examples. If the left hand is louder than the right hand, this is what it sounds like. But if the right hand is also loud and they're both loud together, it's completely different. Notes both times, right? Did you hear a difference? Can you hear how the right hand really needs to be quiet if you want to draw the listener's ear to hear the melody in the left hand? Because if the right hand has any hint of being loud, just because those notes are higher, our ears are naturally going to think that it's the melody. So you really, really, really have to make the right hand soft. You have to make it so soft. You have to make it so quiet so that we can really hear the left hand sing. It has to be just so quiet. So you want to kind of like have your hand floating in the top of the keys, like play really, really shallow, and don't lean towards your right hand with any of your shoulder or your upper body. You really kind of want to have this light, fluffy feeling. I think I did a lesson on this with this song, where we talked about this feeling like you're picking up a tissue off of the piano, and you're just it's almost like you're just grabbing something. So you can check that lesson out to learn this technique. We're going to do that same technique in the right hand this time. So the right hand, it's just really, really soft, just kind of stroking those keys with no weight at all, and just like if you use this sort of pulling, stroking motion, it's a softer attack of the key, and so it doesn't have as like firm of a sound, and it doesn't like drive that note into people's ears the way that more weight and a faster attack would. So these are really fine-tuning kind of musicianship skills, things about technique that are really going to make a difference in the balance between your left hand and your right hand. So, loud left hand. Quiet right hand. So how do we practice practice that. Now maybe you've gotten your ears turned on and you've gotten your brain thinking about it. Like, okay, I know that I need to make my left hand louder. I know I need to make my right hand quieter. But those are two different things. How do I do them at the same time? How do I make one loud and one soft together at the same time? You just have one brain, two different hands, but one brain. How do you think about all of that at the same time? Guess what you do? You practice it separate. So you're going to practice each one of these skills all by itself, and you'll put it together later. So when you're learning the song, it's really important to learn a Happy Farmer with your hands separately. Just learn the left hand all by itself and learn it strong and loud and make it sound like this really exciting cello solo. So just the left hand all by itself, you can spend a week or two practicing it, learning the notes, practicing those fingerings. There is a thumb slide from the black key, which is so much fun in measure 3 and again in measure 7. We do it again when the theme repeats on the second page too in measure 13, measure 19. This coming from the B flat to the A, you use the same thumb. So you start here and then you just slide off of it. It's kind of fun. And at first that may feel like funny, but once you get used to it, it's like the easiest way to play that part. So really, really makes it easier. You're going to practice that thumb slide. You're going to practice strong, big sound. How do we get a strong sound out of the left hand? It's not actually the fingers that make it strong. It's this part. You want to tip your body weight into your left hand. So while you're playing, instead of being centered on your bench, you're going to actually lean your body to the left, and you're going to lean your body forward. You're actually going to lean so that the weight of your body is going down into that F. I'm tipping over and I'm putting my body weight into my finger, down my arm. Okay, that's what the note is. Okay, so leaning into that left hand. And I have another separate lesson for that as well, where I go into my kitchen and I lean on the counter and I kind of talk about how to really, really lean like down your arm into the piano. It feels kind of, I don't know, like mystical or magical or strange when I say lean into your finger, right? So the piano lesson that I'm talking about, I'll put a link here in the description. You can check it out. But basically, it's a really natural feeling. It's something you do all the time. I mean, you lean on stuff all the time. It's a really comfortable way to kind of rest and hang around and stuff. So you can figure this out, but you just have to kind of bring an awareness of what it feels like to lean down into the piano keyboard. So practice that. Try and get it nice and loud, nice and strong. Feel what it feels like to lean your body into the left shoulder, toward your left knee, like hovering over your left knee. So much that like kind of feel yourself like tipping, like your weight is tipping over the piano. That's really going to make the left hand sound strong. At the same time, as you are leaning into your left hand, you're not leaning into your right hand. So the next thing we're going to practice is leaning towards your left and then just letting your right arm float like this, okay? Just like you're dancing on the clouds. Of the left hand when it comes to weight. There is absolutely no leaning into the right shoulder, and there's no weight from your body going down your right arm. So you're really kind of tipping yourself over for this song. And this one's just floating. Just gently stroking the keys. So you can practice this. Don't worry so much about the notes. Just play some chords. And just feel that sort of feeling, that weightlessness. Really, really light. It's not actually staccato. It's not marked staccato. These are eighth notes with rests, which means there's no accent feeling at all. It's not crisp. It's just soft and short. Okay? Okay, and then something to notice with this right hand is in measure 3 and measure 4, also measure 7. Some of the time, instead of having eighth notes with eighth rests, you have actual quarter notes. And those are a little bit longer. You want to hold them, and I wouldn't say that you accent them, but you do want to hold them for the full duration. So here, I'm going to show you right here in measure 3 and measure 4. See, that's a quarter note, okay? There's no rest after it. It's 2 eighth notes long, and it's a little bit longer than all the rest of the right hand chords on this whole page. So this one, and this one, you're going to give them a little more duration. You're not going to give them more weight though. They'll still be soft, and you'll let go of them lightly, like pulling a tissue out of a tissue box. They'll still sort of float and have no accent, no staccato, no weight, but you do want them to be a little bit longer in length, so just a little longer. So these go like this. Like that. Okay, so those are a little bit longer, but that doesn't mean that they're louder. They're still this really, really soft accompaniment part. So we also have longer notes in measure 7. So just pay attention to that. Okay, so that is the first and main teaching point for this entire song, is that the left hand has to be strong. You need to lean your body into the left hand. Your right hand needs to be soft, and as you're leaning into that left hand, you need to like float with your right shoulder. Your right elbow is weightless and just so light, and like an octopus. Maybe like you're reaching into a tissue box and gently grabbing out a tissue. Something like that, something that helps you think very, very fluid, gentle, floaty kind of motion. All right, that's a lot to think about, and so I'm going to stop for now. Now, obviously, I have not gone through the whole song, and I will do an entirely different lesson on the second page where we have some chords in the middle where hands are kind of working together to play the middle voices, and the right hand gets the melody for a little while. We'll talk about that another day though, because this is enough for now. So you want to practice your hands separately. Left hand alone, loud, strong, weight down your arm, just get it nice and solid, make it melodic and beautiful. And then no weight in your right hand, just that really light, floaty, gentle chord sound. And so that's what I want you to focus on as you learn the Happy Farmer and get started with it. Hands separately, different feeling in each arm. And the fun thing about this song is that yes, it's 2 pages, but like page 1 and page 2 have a lot of repetition. So really it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there are just a couple more measures on page 2 that are new, but then it repeats all of the beginning melody. So once you've learned the first page, you've also learned half of the second page. So most of the work is already done once you learn this concept. Okay, so tune in for the next lesson once you've mastered this, but let's go ahead and spend the first week or 2 or 3, however long it takes you to master this strong left hand and soft right hand with Happy Farmer. Happy practicing. Happy practicing for Happy Farmer.